We're gonna try this again. Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back if you were here during our initial technical difficulties stream. Hopefully we've got everything sorted out now. It seems to be a bit more real time. I had to reboot everything, the gateway, the router, the modem. We had a storm come through recently, so I don't know what got whacked out. But I do have my 30 upload back. When I tested it at the end of the stream, I only had 5. So we should be good. Hopefully, we've got a lot of time to catch up. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get out of here without delay. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on over to the Pilot Club Discord so I can catch the briefing when it starts here momentarily.
MC1 check, Rich.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't have any of that going.
The Discord audio is going to be in the background. I cannot help what anybody else says in the Discord, but the briefing with the Pilot Club is going to go ahead and start momentarily. So I'm going to bring that audio in.
I got some Kona Big Wave. YNL.
And we're down
I've got Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA myself.
Ooh. I don't know if I'd want to take 1 or 2 of those while I'm flying, but it's each their own.
I got Yingling.
Hey guys, can you see my screen before the briefing? I think I should have the VFR sectional up right now.
Negative. Cannot see your screen.
Yeah, it's up.
Now.
I still feel like there's a bit
sectional?
more of a delay than there should be.
Yeah. It is very whitewashed.
But
Like
I don't have much time to mess around with it tonight. Hopefully the stream lasts and that the only thing we experience is a bit of a delay. Hopefully it doesn't shut down or anything.
Yeah, that doesn't bad.
And hopefully at least the audio matches the video.
I generally find that works better is share the whole screen. You just gotta be careful, like if you're at work with that.
Alright.
Is that any better?
You can't talk crap about your coworkers.
Avionics going on.
On Teams.
Let's turn our transponder on. Squawk VFR.
Yeah, it's good enough, Rich.
Mode Charlie.
Your HDR.
Yep, exactly. You know what, James is right. It's your HDR's on, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I found that because I've discovered that's a problem too.
Oil temperature
taking
has come up.
screenshots.
Yeah, well, we had a discussion about that. That if I was going to take screenshots from the HDR, I use the Xbox app.
135.375
and the JXR, and then I just delete the JXR.
Yeah.
I wonder if I turn off HDR, if it'll screw up the sim, at least for the briefing.
Astoria
No, it should let
RGNL
you do
weather.
it.
Wind 220 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 20. Dew point -7. Altimeter 2996.
Alright, altimeter 29906. And that matches our field elevation of 14 feet. So we should be good there. Still only showing a red for the upload. I don't know what changed. I don't know what happened. Alright. So our winds were 220 at 8. Let's set our heading indicator to compass 240. Winds were 220 at 8. And we have runway choices of 26, 8, 14, and 32. So we're going to take runway 26. So we will be taking Bravo 3, crossing runway 32. to Alpha 1. And let's see, 122.8 for Unicom. Alright. Astoria traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33 is at the ramp, going to be taxiing runway 26 via Bravo 3, crossing runway 32 Alpha 1, Astoria. Alright, parking brake off. Actually, we know it. We called out. We're taking Alpha 2, so we'll go ahead and we'll exit out here. Or Bravo 3, I should say. So we'll go down here and exit on Bravo 3. Okay, clear. Astoria traffic, Centurion November Pilot Club 33 is crossing runway 32, Astoria. Let's wait a minute, make sure nobody calls back.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
All right, I am ready to kick this off.
I'm here.
Apologize for the slight delay there while I figured out my stuff. Can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie. So if you guys would not mind, please put yourselves on mute or push to talk. And good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Serge. Welcome to the Pilot Club and Sky Blue Radio's Fly-In Thursday event into Redding, California. And this is in coordination with, of course, Sky Blue Radio and VAT USA and the Oakland ARTC. I'm your host, Rich P., known also as Pilot Club 7 Romeo Papa, and I'd ask you to please update your Discord name, your first name, and your call sign in the Discord server so we can tell who's who. Don't forget to put the operated-by-the-pilot-club.org in your flight plan remarks so the club gets credit towards our reputation with our VATSIM partners. We have pretty good reputation, and we would like to keep it. All pilots tonight with a TPC call sign will get 500 points. Those flying non-TPC call signs will receive
Let's go ahead
points.
and get our
These points
VFR
contribute
flight
to
plan
your
filed.
leaderboard your leaderboard role assignments, and they can get you extra stuff and perks. So with that said, make sure that you've read the SOP and the flight post on the website prior to the flight. Be professional on the network. We can joke around Discord, but we're all
Air/Golf today.
Don't miss your ATC calls. Don't step on each other, and make sure the frequencies clears before jumping in. One of the things we're enforcing lately is making sure that you have a sterile cockpit below 10,000, so you focus on flying. And always remember that your SIDS and stars can change, so be prepared and know your airplane, how to program it, and more importantly, how to disconnect the autopilot and fly it. So some club business before we get started on our departure. Eric 2207 is what's current. And make sure that you take a look at the TPC dailies for our latest news. The latest TPC hangar is out from Paulie, our flight ops team lead. And there's also the flight crew lounge on the TPC website where you can get some partner discounts, new Explorer missions, and I believe on the 3rd are going to have a new set of Explorer missions out here from Evan. So thank you very much for those. We're also pretty soon going to have the giveaway for this month, which is a 1-year Navigrast subscription or an on-air subscription. And we also have our screenshot contest in the works. So make sure you vote in the screenshot contest for your favorite by replying with or reacting with the TPC icon. So, current promotion for June and July is refer a friend, get 1,000 TPC points, then again goes to your crew leads. And one thing I just wanted to bring up that I have been lately, that TPC is always going to be free for its members, and that's straight from Surge. And as we grow and incorporate newer things for you guys to find value in what we're doing here and you can spare it, please consider donating on the website. The donate link is found on the bottom of the pilotclub.org website, and it helps with development costs, admin costs, and more importantly, giveaways for cool stuff for you guys. So, next up will be the weather brief by Evan, and I'll hand it over to him.
Hey, we'll do a quick weather brief here. So, California weather, typical summertime pattern with marine layer off the coast. Pre-squashed, obviously, during the daytime. Then we have some interesting things going on that are a little bit more atypical. Some mid-level clouds, are basically debris clouds from thunderstorm activity over the Sierra Nevada. You can see there's a shower and thunderstorm convection all up and down the Sierra Nevada, mainly south of a Lake Tahoe
Alright, strokes
line.
going on.
But there is some convection. So if you're coming from the east, just be prepared for a bumpy ride over the Sierra Nevada or the Cascades. If you're coming from the north, coming from the south or west, shouldn't be no real issue there. But on another interesting thing, ridge of high pressure
Run
over
a
the west
checklist.
coast. Here's 250 millibars.
Brakes are on,
So
fuel is on
weak
both.
winds aloft shouldn't
Trim
be too
is
much of a
set for
headwind for
takeoff.
those flying jet stream
Plug
level.
controls.
And you
Down
can
on
see
the
that
right,
mid-level
up on the
moisture
left,
from those
down on the
debris
left,
clouds,
up
but
on the
then
right,
no low-level
elevator,
moisture
rudder, if you're responsive.
in place. So let me go
Right,
to,
make sure it's full rich.
let me go to Reading
Brakes are
and
on,
look at the current
1700.
observations.
Here we go.
And that ridge of high pressure being centered over Reading, it has been scorching hot there today. They got to 115 earlier this hour, still at 111, so definitely
Left
going to
mag,
be
there's
some
our
high
drop.
density
Right mag,
altitude,
there's
so
my
be prepared
drop.
to spin the barrel knob as we come in for a landing today.
Cycle to
And
prop.
you can just go double check the aviation weather website. We'll surely see all that convective. Yeah, look at all the convective
3.
sigmets due to the monsoonal push that's bringing those thunderstorms to
Oil
the Sierra.
temperature,
So
oil pressure's in the
again, just
green.
be on the lookout for a
Section's
bumpy
good.
ride. Don't see any
And let's go
pyreps,
ahead and
but
idle
I
back.
think with the
Everything's
sigmets
good
out,
there.
most people are already aware they're not submitting any. So
Spin back
really
around
basic weather, other than the fact that it's hot. Winds just late to moderate out of the south. That'll continue until after sunset, and then they will eventually reverse as the daytime diurnal cycle switches. But for now, out of the south, around 16 miles per hour. So should.
Astoria traffic. Centurion Pilot Club 33 taking runway 26. Going to be making a left crosswind departure to the south, Astoria.
All right, I just got pinged by Salt Lake City Center, so I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate that, Evan. And now back to our briefing for the airport and the area in general. Again, I have up the VFR sectional for Reading. It is a Class C airport, so we have a...
We don't have any overlaying ATC coverage currently, so we are going to be on Unicom until we get some ATC coverage here.
Make sure that when you're flying in that you observe the altitude. The highest in the area is 5,800 feet, and you have a 3,000.
We do have a bit of a displaced threshold. That does not affect our takeoff goal. We can go ahead and use it.
Anyway, for the airport
center line,
itself,
rich.
We have 2 runways.
Rudder for center.
We have 2 runways. We have 16, 34, and we have runway 12 and 30. And as Evan said, winds are favoring.
Alright, airspeed's coming alive.
Runway 16.
Let's go ahead and rotate.
Feet 150 feet wide, and runway 34 is of course going the other direction. And there are one moment.
We do have positive climb rate. Let's hit the brakes, stop those wheels from turning. And let me go ahead and bring that gear up.
Send it back up. So we have runway 34 and runway 16, and it looks like for the precision approaches into there will probably be visual.
Alright, we do have positive climb rate.
Available. There's an RNAV 16.
Everything is in the green.
There's a back localizer, runway 16. And if the winds change, we wind up 34. There's a VOR, an RNAV, and an ILS runway 34. So, with that being said, make sure that you're paying attention and looking for ATIS in the wind.
There's almost 700 feet. At 700 feet, we'll go ahead and make a crosswind turn. And here we go.
Attention to the airport around you and look out for each other.
Astoria traffic, Centurion November, Pilot Club 33 is left crosswind.
We have a meetup location.
Yeah, Reading, KRDD.
Well, I know that, but FBO or where?
For here, there's also there's where if you're coming down 16, you're basically going to exit left, and there is a wasn't that
Alright.
So you have the terminal
Good evening,
up here
Brian.
where the hangars are.
RG, yes,
Basically, if
retractable
you
gear.
take
We're in our Centurion
Delta,
210
come
turbo.
off Lima, you can get right into the FBO at the north and essentially go to hangars. So that whole big ramp right there to the west is probably your best bet to meet up. And there's a terminal down there on the south side, off of Alpha. So
Yeah, so that's where we're going.
I believe there's a bar right here between the B and the O, the FBO.
Okay, frequency for our Newport VOR
Alright guys,
is
so if there's no more other questions, then we'll
117.1.
see you when you get there.
Thanks, Rich.
Did it.
117.1.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
Is that correct? 117.1.
Okay, so it looks like they're actually using runway 34. And bring that up, get that changed out.
Doesn't look like it's grabbed it yet.
Curveball, we know that can
But
happen.
let's just put ourselves on a heading of about 180.
So for KDD, runway 34, you have an ILS. And as we briefed before, you have an RNAV and a VOR. So make sure they're landing and departing. They're doing ILS, RNAV, and visual approaches in use. Departing runway 34, so make sure that you have your FMS and your setup with the appropriate transition. You guys good with that?
I guess, sir. Thank you.
All right, see you on the ground. Have a good flight, guys.
Alright, we are 90 miles away from our Newport VOR. Let's get up to 5,500 feet, which is our cruise altitude, and let's get there. Astoria traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33 has departed the pattern and leaving the area to the south. Last call, Astoria.
It's got like 7 people trying to land in Boise right now.
Alright, we got Oakland Center online. Alright, there it is. So it looks like I want to grab about a 170.
Okay, for those of you that can take a peek at my screen right now, I'm going to give a big shout out to JT for having somebody create a Sky Blue radio livery for the PNDG 737. Check it out.
That does look nice. Yeah, it came out really good.
If you guys want it, you can go to skyblueradio.com, go to the download section.
Alright, 5500, there's our cruise altitude. That's what I selected for our flight today. Let's go ahead and level off here. Trim for this.
That is pretty nice.
And it actually, this is the 15-year anniversary paint scheme. It's got our old logo, our original logo with the flying paper airplane, and the new logo in the purple area here. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. We do have some national wildlife areas that we need to be mindful of overflying. We don't want to be too low to disrupt the wildlife down there. I guess some military operation areas as well. But 5,500 feet along the coast down to the Newport VFR will be just fine for us. Since I am kind of unfamiliar, I don't think I've got
Oakland, come on.
overlying coverage currently. Oakland is on currently. So is that Salt Lake City Center? Or is that Seattle Center? I feel like SLC. I feel like that's Seattle Center. If that's Seattle Center, then I do have coverage currently. Let me just pull up a different map here. And let me just see. Okay, so that must be Salt Lake City Center. So we are in Seattle Center. They are offline currently. Here we are. We will continue to monitor to see if Seattle Center pops up. If they do, we'll go ahead and grab VFR flight following. And I drifted about 15 degrees to the right during all of that. So let's go ahead and correct that now. Well, that's good to hear, Sparkler. How's it looking for on your end? Hopefully the delay is not nearly as bad as it was. Excellent, outstanding, good to hear. Thank you for that follow-up. Yeah, I'm not sure what changed or what happened, but I just ended up rebooting the whole network. I know that the internet provider was out doing work in the area, so I don't know if that messed something up. But as long as it's working now, that's all I can ask for currently. Alright, so here we are about 5,500 feet, making a ground speed of 145, indicating 130. We do have that headwind coming in. we're still looking good on our needle here. Alright, Brian, glad to hear that. We are currently utilizing, this is Orbix True Earth, California, HD. Sugar Dunkerton, evening, and welcome back. Pleasure, my friend. Just joining us, we just departed Astoria, out of Oregon, proceeding south over the Portland field. Newport, VOR, then heading to, you know, this airport, this, the one I keep forgetting. Kilo Romeo Delta Delta. It's gonna be a bit of a flight. My primary objective for this one is just to track the VORs. I don't plan on using the navigator. If I do have to engage autopilot, I'll go ahead and just use the heading bug. Yep, good deal. That is, hopefully that's what it looks like, because that's what I'm looking at too. We've got the ocean off to my right. We've got the mountains of Western California off to our left, flying south along the coastline. I guess this isn't California just yet. This is still technically Oregon. We don't need that anymore.
I don't know if everyone saw that Reading has an 8 up.
Yeah, they're landing 3-4.
Tell you what I want to do real quick. Okay.
Lopez Island traffic, 68 Quebec is turning final for runway 16. It's going to be full stop Lopez.
Alright, that's working.
Friday Harbor traffic, Sky 2711 Romeo overflying the airport 2.6 en route to Roach. Friday Harbor.
pressure is running a bit high there.
Frame traffic, Sky Keep 0, Mike, turn right down 16, Freddy Humber.
Alright, let's try something here. Let's see if altitude auto arm will grab. I haven't messed around much with the autopilot in this 210 yet.
2,500 inbound.
Alright, so I set us up a descent rate of about 200 feet per minute. Supposed to grab us at 5,500. We were just a little bit high. Alright, 400 feet per minute. There it is. Alright, looks like we're leveling off. Alright.
Traffic, Skycatcher 28, Lima entering left downwind and 45 for 24.
Alright, so she stopped at the horizontal that I wanted. Or vertical. Of course. Of course. Up or down, up or down. Let's go up. Alright, let's just see how she does. Altitude, let's just set that for 7,500.
And failing on a 45 for the left downwind 24.
Wow, hell of a view from that CRJ, Chris.
Yep, so we had to either go above or go below this cloud layer that just came through.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
turn my head upside down here to see.
As long as I don't drop below 20 frames per second with these clouds, I'll be alright.
Traffic, 11296 on that Bravo and downwind.
So JT, what's your
Runway
time over target?
3.
Ready?
I just started down actually, so probably pretty soon. Where did you leave from, nerd?
That's about our stall speed right there.
This is Sting 808 Tango Lima.
I left
We'll
Salt
be
Lake.
entering a left
My
base
FAC says I'll be
for
there.
25. Now in altitude,
Hey, Rich.
2,500. 808 Tango Lima.
Seven Romeo Papa. Hey, Rich.
Alright, we're almost to 7,000.
We got an unconscious pilot.
Hypoxia.
Traffic.
Rich.
Cessna 26 Quebec, Cessna 150, descending from 2,500, entering a crosswind 28.
privacy phone at the front desk.
Alright, 7,200. I don't know if 7,500 is going to be high enough.
Traffic, get your 28 unit, turning left page 240.
But we'll just make do.
Stuck mic, stuck mic. Stuck mic, check.
I think our category has just changed to mostly VFR.
Traffic, November 2964 Bravo, we entering downwind for runway 33, about 3 miles to the north.
And we still have our needle relatively decently.
For some reason, I am not showing up on that spot.
Unfortunately, our frame rate dropping.
Are you in observer mode for some reason?
Say again?
Are you in observer mode for some reason?
I am not.
Traffic, Cessna 704 Alpha Charlie, 8 miles to the west, inbound Tuxedo.
Alright, so
That's weird. Did anybody else see me on that spot?
Let me see.
Traffic, helicopter 29 November Echoes, approximately 7 miles to the south.
Oh yeah, you reported Las Vegas, right?
1,700, heading eastbound.
Oh, I didn't put the right destination airport. I'm an idiot.
alright, totally got way off course. Yes, and I don't know exactly why that is, Markler. The airspeed indicator here that you did.
Hey, Merritt, yep.
Yep, here comes our clouds again.
I'll be that way, I'll be there
Alright,
about
bear with me just a second, I have to change
Yeah, I'll
some.
land at your ranch.
Gotta remove these cloud layers.
Meadow there, just over the tree line. Avoid the horses. Check up.
Oh, so it's 31 arrivals now into Reading.
Eventually I'll get a better video card to handle those cloud layers better. So let's re-enable live weather with everything but our cloud levels. Air Manager did not have a 210 panel.
Traffic pipeline 45, Juliet.
So all of the gauges here, well, a lot of the 210 specific gauges like this airspeed, really the only reference I could go off of is actual cockpit images I could find online. So when I drew the gauge here, I referenced one off of a Centurion, a CT 210T. But I don't know if the rep package and or the Carnado, if their stall speed actually corresponds with the gauge that I drew here, and that is probably one thing I should check with the either the rep or Carnado documentation.
traffic, 1041 sending crosswind runway 19er traffic.
Traffic Cessna 766 Sierra Papa, we are left base for 18, we'll be in touch with you guys staying in the pattern left turns.
Alright, let's try out autopilot some more. Autopilot. Set our altitude for 7,500. And that is also correct. And like right now, straight and level flight, I feel like that should be blue at the optimal angle. And I don't know where it gets its data ref from. But I seem like there's discrepancies with that angle of attack indicator. The only one I can really seem to get it to line up with accurately is the default Cessna 172 and prop strike bush mod 172.
Sierra Papa up 118, we'll be making a right turn out to the northwest.
Alright, where are we at? Looks like
Traffic helicopter 75 Whiskey Delta is 3 miles to the west, and we'll be transitioning east side.
looks like we're about 39 miles from my VOR.
Inside, we'll go behind you.
Pipeline Patrol, what's your position?
75 Whiskey Delta, we're
we'll
about 3
grab the
miles
heading
to the
button.
west, 1000.
Roger that. We're about 1 mile to the west, 2000. Traffic.
We'll be staying 1000 or below. We got you on KAST.
Roger that.
Traffic helicopter 75 Whiskey Delta 1 mile to the west. We have the landing traffic inside. Again, we'll pass behind you. Will be no factor.
Sparkler's gonna do a MSFS virtual reality stream testing a new feature of voice attack tomorrow. I might have to try and catch that. Alright, so it looks like our autopilot can navigate the plane.
Traffic. Turn 44 Juliet is 2 miles to the west, cross over the field for a left downwind 17.
11 Eastern. Alright. I will be at work, but I will try and catch that. What's Jet? Welcome, buddy. No need to apologize. Always just glad to have you.
44 Juliet, turning short final 17, full stop.
We had a rough beginning. I was having some issues with the stream, so I had to restart the stream. We didn't actually get wheels up for about an hour after I wanted to get started, so you didn't miss a whole lot. But we did depart Astoria Regional, and we're VFR towards the Newport VOR, and then we're gonna be VFR down to Reading, which also has a VOR. RDD.
Traffic system 7660, Papa left base
Delta, which is 284 miles away. So, like I said, we've got some ground to cover.
You guys be aware they changed it from 3-4 to 16.
Runway 34 to runway 16.
Eagles traffic for runway 44 Juliet is cleared to active 170.
Alright, I've got about 27 miles before I need to make a heading change. I am gonna let the navigator fly for a moment. I do need to step out. Don't worry, I have my parachute.
4340 Papa, 6 miles west at 2,500.
And I will be right back momentarily.
Your last control point.
Ecology JT.
Traffic Cessna 7660, Papa, final 18, touching up. Traffic 763, we got traffic in sight, we'll follow you.
Anyone know where Salt Lake Center went? I was,
Traffic system 434.
Nice.
Yeah, he had a call for work, so he had to go.
That works for me. I can step away for another minute then.
And even what is your max speed?
Mach 81. 0.81.
Alright, I will go 80 or lower. I'm just beside you.
Oh yeah, I see you there. Well, I don't, not in sim, but on the map.
Alright.
What waypoint are you going to next?
My next waypoint is Bravo Quebec Uniform. Not sure which one is that. And after that, it's
Traffic bearing 788 Charlie Fox,
Victor
5
Oscar
miles north northeast.
India Delta Sierra.
Entering a right space leg runway 18.
Well, I don't think we take like the same flight plan. So
No, because my next one is Windell Whiskey November Delta Echo Lima. So I'm
Yeah.
coming in south of you.
yeah, we should be fine. Anyway,
Okay.
I was still slow down like 7-8, I think.
Okay. Alright, I'll be right back again.
Okay.
Vixen 7630 Papa, final 1 net, doesn't go.
Well, I'm having a bit of an interesting situation right now.
Traffic Cessna 7660 Papa turning left base for 18 will be a touch and go and then a right turn out to the northwest.
Traffic Cessna 1235 Echo 8 South 2300 setting up for defective CCS 36.
Traffic Cessna 7630 Papa turning base for 18.
Did you say base for 18?
Base for 18, 7630 Papa.
Traffic Cessna 35 Echo 5 South practice GPS approach 36 will stay clear of the pattern.
Alright, so sorry about that delay. Just take a moment, catch up, see where we're at. 16 miles away.
About 2 miles south of the field.
From the Newport VOR. Then we will go ahead and proceed direct to the Reading VOR. Alright, still no overlying coverage.
Traffic Sky KCC Mike November is making right crosswind for northwest departure. We'll be climbing up 25.
Possibly an IRS system.
Traffic Cessna 9800 Sierra Papa 1 mile southeast, joining left downwind for runway 18 and pattern work.
Do I mind the lack of traffic in Pilot Edge? I don't want to say there's a lack of traffic.
Joining less traffic for runway.
I've run into more traffic just flying in general on Pilot Edge than I have on VATSIM. And when I say flying in general, I'm just talking about getting in and going.
Traffic Skyhawk 1235 Echo, 11 miles south on the practice RNAV 36, leave at 3000 for 2200.
And I think the biggest reason for that is since VATSIM is West Coast, you know, everybody I'm sorry, Pilot Edge is West Coast. Everyone that is flying on Pilot Edge is flying on the West Coast. So that increases the chances of running into another pilot on the on their ATC network, whereas VATSIM is worldwide.
Yep.
So statistically, I've run into more traffic on Pilot Edge than I have on the VATSIM. All of the traffic that you're listening to here in the background of this current stream is coming from X-Chatter. It is not live traffic coming from any ATC network. It is background ATC audio.
Traffic, Skyhawk 1235 Echoes, 11 miles south, leave at 3000 for 2200 on a practice RNAV GPS 36 approach.
So that transmission right there came from the X-Plane plugin called X-Chatter. And it just kind of brings some ATC chatter into the cockpit, especially on some of these long flights when we are on Unicom and there's really nobody around that's making any sort of traffic calls anywhere, and it really kind of makes for some long, boring flights, especially when I wasn't, streaming and talking to you guys. So that's why I brought in XATC chatter.
Traffic line 72 for Tango, clears runway 17 dash, depart.
Traffic, Skylane 511 Whiskey, backtaxing to runway 17.
Go to step 6.
The reason why I don't use X-Chatter on Pilot Edge is because there are more actual traffic calls that are real on Pilot Edge that I don't want to miss while listening to the X-Chatter plugin. So, if that helps to clarify, if that helps to clarify anything.
Runway 17.
Excellent, go to the control column.
Just to the right of the VOR. About 5 miles away, actually. So the Newport VOR is probably located right at this Newport Municipal Airport.
Left. No, not that.
Alright, Oakland Center. Alright. So, still gonna be a ways away.
I'm going to go ahead and do a 360 here so we don't go too far.
Okay, we'll just continue straight ahead for a little bit and then turn crosswind.
Environmental 0 Lima Victor is going to be a short approach, 336 simulation engine on.
Alright, so it looks like we're just about directly over that VOR.
That's, what's his name?
Is that Jello?
From GA Tuesday.
Yeah, right about now.
I'll be honest, they're just about bandits.
4 miles from the final approach fix for the RNAV GPS runway 36.
so I want to track. I want to follow this on a 146 outbound. Outbound heading. Then when I get close enough, 108.4, we'll get that set up here. Get that on standby. So when I get close enough, I'll
on the RNAV to 18.
give me back my plane.
Runway 18, we're approximately 4 miles.
Alright, autopilot is off. My aircraft.
Settle on right out at 38,000.
So yeah, again, a lot of audio sources going on right now. We have the Discord audio in the background. We do have occasional VATSIM. Well, I haven't heard any VATSIM calls lately. We do have our X chatter in the background, and we do have me.
Clear jet 300 Alpha November, over.
Yep, the weather seems to have gone down there. We think we can make it in, but if we don't, we're wondering if you could, if you hear us go miss, to send out the, we've got a car there or car service, they could just come to Burke from that direction. Okay, yeah, the weather, according to the AWAS there, has gone down right at minimum.
Traffic, Young Eagles Flight 6132 Juliet is at 2,500 feet just west of the VOR for the Venerto.
Traffic, Pilatus 95 Kilo Hotel 7.5 to the south, inbound, full stop, runway 20.
Alright, we've got about 250 miles to go.
Traffic 74 Charlie Alpha, 8 miles to the west, inbound for runway 25.
Let's go ahead and switch our fuel over to the right tank. Alright, go turn the auxiliary pump on. Make that switch and turn the auxiliary pump off.
Traffic, Bonanza 37050, 5 miles to the north, inbound for crosswind runway 26, we're now 126. Traffic, Gulfstream November 889 at Charlie Golf. We're at Gulfstream 4, we're 40 miles to the west of the airfield. We'll be coming in on the RNAV GPS 35. Got the traffic. that's the takeoff to November 889 Charlie Golf. We're currently about 18 miles to the west of the airfield, 8,800 on the RNAV GPS 35, Augusta State.
Ground speed 120, indicating about 115.
Paul Sterile flight deck.
Yeah, what was this on?
And David, moving 4 miles out for the right downwind for 33, 1500, descending the pattern.
Traffic, fundamentally 02 on the Victor is about 3 miles southwest. We'll be entering on the left downwind for runway 35. Traffic, fundamentally 02 Romeo Victor's left field runway 35, Concord, full stop.
Well, let's see. Flores looks like it's still low IFR over there. Yeah. So we're gonna stay pretty east of Florence. Yeah, we should be alright. I'm hoping.
Traffic beach jet arriving from the southwest, west-southwest for left traffic, runway 26.
Let's just see. Yeah, we're still a bit of ways away to grab the next VOR.
Traffic beach jet to left downwind, runway 26.
Traffic, Legacy Jet is 20 miles to the southwest, inbound for landing. Looking for any traffic in the area, please advise.
Alright, let me turn this audio off real quick.
Traffic.
For those of you that might have just heard that last radio call about that aircraft coming in for landing, any traffic in the area, please advise. I always kind of felt like that, but in particular, it's kind of redundant. if there's aircraft in your vicinity of your landing, they should be making their radio calls. And you should be listening for traffic in your area. And the flip side to that is, okay, if any traffic in the area, please advise. What if everybody keys up all at once, and then you're clogging up, that frequency for no reason? I've just never been a fan of it. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Who's pilot float outfit, Sergeant?
Less is better for radio calls, I would have to agree. Let's see. Figure about an hour and 50 minutes, probably, until wheels down. Provided everything goes smoothly. I've decided that I need to raise the rudder pedals. I think they're a bit too low. So I'll have to build a new pedestal to put those on. Bring them up just a bit. Situational awareness, I don't see anybody around. I don't even see any traffic showing up here on the ADSB. Oh, there's one. Tell you what, you know, I probably should not for terrain. And we can do it for a little bit. Let's drop down to about 5,500. And what we might hit terrain. Let's see. We'll be alright. Roman Nose Mountain, just off to the left there. I am flying the KRDD 210, correct. We're to hit the 210 today. Okay, let's get down here, a couple more 100 feet, we'll be at 5,500. Let's hang out here for a bit. Still don't see anybody. Let's see, alright, now I'm making a ground speed of 170, cruising along at 5,500 feet, indicating 140, about 150. See if I can find some weather close by.
Florence Muni weather. Wind 030 at 6, visibility 2. Sky clear, temperature 33, dew point 12. Altimeter 2993. Florence Muni weather. Wind 320 at 6, visibility 2. Sky clear, temperature 33, dew point 12. Altimeter 2993.
So it seems like we're lagging again on this stream. I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, I really have no idea what's causing the stream delay on the well, that's no cool. I wonder how bad of a delay it is right now. If it's working out right now, I guess that's all I can ask for. I can't really restart everything currently. So I do apologize about all of that in advance. I'll have to figure out what's going on with OBS Studio and why all of a sudden it's weird. Alright, ground speed 173, indicating 150. 196 miles from our destination. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at where we're going. Kilo Romeo Delta Delta. It is a class Delta. Two runway choices, 16 and 34, as well as 30 and 12. Last I heard they were landing south 16. But we will confirm that with the ATIS when we get closer.
Traffic, entering left downwind, runway 35, field.
We can grab this Rosebush VOR. Roseburg VOR. If we wanted to track that one. I don't think. Yep, we're still too far. Alright, so let's do that. 108.2.
Traffic, Piper Archer is about 20 miles south, level 5,500 feet, inbound for runway 26.
So the rating's 108.4. I want that on standby. I want 108.2 on active. There it is. So I can set a course for, looks like about 130. Let's head that way.
Traffic Warrior 32 Juliet at turn 1 for Young Eagles 1.
Alright, getting back my plane. And then...
Traffic, Skyhawk 539.
I guess there's a few VORs we can track along the way. Let's just try and follow this one. We're about 15 miles away from it.
Traffic, Skyhawk 5396, turning final, runway 32, full stop.
Let's see, do we have any ATC net? Nope, nobody yet.
Warrior 4 uniform turning downwind, runway 32. Warrior 4 uniform turning final, runway 32.
Alright, so we do have our needle right in the middle for our next VOR. How long we can keep it that way, I have no idea.
Traffic Cherokee 831 November to the west, departing to the west, last call. Traffic, Skyhawk 53996, 7 miles to the northwest, coming in for a pattern on a 45 downwind runway 32. Traffic 2 kilos here, turning 45 down 119, traffic.
And less than 7 miles now from that VOR. There's our needle swing.
Traffic in 6 on downwind, runway 19, traffic.
Alright, starting to come back towards the middle again. The closer I get to it, the harder it's going to be to keep centered there. DME says we're 4.5 away.
Traffic 2 kilos here, turn down runway 19, traffic. Traffic 2 kilos here, base, runway 19, traffic.
way off track.
Traffic 2 Kilo Sierra, final runway 197.
I'm pretty sure that's the VOR right there. Yeah, pretty sure that's it.
Traffic 7, downwind runway 196.
One on 3.6 for our next one.
Traffic 7, standing base, runway 196.
Got 130, is that right?
Traffic 7, final runway 196.
I'm looking for heading 130.
Traffic 10 it's about 2 miles to the north of the field at 2,300. Semi-engine now will be landing runway 19. Anyone's coming in the corridor, please spot.
I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that the rep package in this 210 simulates gyro drift. Seems like I'm constantly adjusting the heading indicator.
Rocket's right base for 7.
Papa Charlie, hello and welcome. Do I use standard XP weather or special weather plugin? Depends on the ATC network that I fly on. When I fly on VATSIM, I use the NOAA weather plugin primarily because it'll pull the METAR straight from the VATSIM server. Gives me the same information, and I can choose whether or not to draw the cloud layers if need be. On the Pilot Edge network, generally I'll use Active Sky XP, unless I foresee a need to again remove the cloud layers, in which case I will use the NOAA weather plugin and choose the NOAA as the weather server.
The rocket short, final 10.
Alright, we are going to run into some terrain at this altitude, so let's go ahead and climb back up to where we were at 7,500. Prop high. $6,000. We're looking for 7,500.
Traffic, Trinidad 341 Tango Bravo, coming up on midfield out of the southeast for a left downwind for runway 7. Traffic, Trinidad 341 Tango Bravo, turning left downwind for runway 7.
Yeah, they both have their pros and cons as far as weather engines go. I know Active Sky XP is going to give me exactly what ForeFlight is providing me in real time, which is going to correlate with Pilot Edge. And I know that the NOAA weather plugin is going to give me exactly what VATSIM is providing. But with the NOAA plugin, I can also choose cloud layers or not, which makes it really nice for my old system, because I can't always draw the cloud layers without running into some severe FPS issues. And yeah, I agree it will. The X-Plane 12 new weather engine, I'm really looking forward to it, but it'll be curious to see how it's going to interact with
traffic, Trinidad 341 Tango Bravo, turning left base for runway
current software.
Traffic, Trinidad 341 Tango Bravo, turning final runway 7.
7,000 feet. I think that is correct. I do recall seeing something about VATSIM and Active Sky XP, but I think it only pulls it from your arrival and departing airport based on a filed flight plan, if my understanding is correct. I could be wrong. But I think it only pings the VATSIM servers on your departure and on your arrival.
Traffic, Zansport for 19 or Quebec,
just got a radio call.
3 miles out. I'm going to go, Mike, you go ahead. I'm going to go in and approach on the downwind, left downwind.
Alright, here we are, almost 7,500 feet. We'll go ahead and we'll level off here.
347 is now 3 miles left downwind for 07.
Okay, here we are. Let's trim for this. Bring this prop back out some.
Traffic van 4419 Quebec, turning left downwind for 07.
Alright, let's see where we are. As far as our airspace location.
Traffic Skylane 264 Golf, 10 miles southeast landing.
Alright, you know what, for time, I'm just gonna go ahead and get us direct to Reading. We unfortunately had a bit of a delay on our departure, so. Okay, 176 miles out at this rate, 45 minutes or so. And now we're 140 miles out, 139. Alright, GPS mode, set course 150. Okay. Alright, course 150.
Traffic 19 Quebec base for 07. Traffic 19 Quebec final 07.
Okay, let's see. ATIS 124.1, let's get that on standby.
Traffic Sky 56 Romeo, turning left downwind 07.
Traffic Skyhawk 73487, left base 07.
Oh, no, I was gonna. It's the brilliance. Oh, yeah. That's yeah, well, let's get that. No. It's just,
Hawker, hello sir, welcome buddy.
It's a right wing, it's a Top Gun launch. It's got Top Gun insignia on it, and that's for the banner. Well, I love this.
Uh, 131 miles out. Hopefully they hang out for a little bit past 10. I know we're supposed to be on target between 9 and 10. We're gonna be behind.
Traffic Skyhawk 73487, turning final 07.
That's alright.
Saying, well, he looks at me again and goes like this.
course, and got higher than I wanted to while I was playing around with the foreplate.
Traffic, Skyline 2856 Romeo. I'm number 2, but we're way out in the pastures. Traffic, Skyline 2856 Romeo. Turning base leg 07.
The virtual fly TPM plus unit here definitely seems to be working out quite nice. Friction lock is nice, but definitely that fine tuning, I really like that. I will also say that I tend to exert a lot of pressure when I hold the throttle, and not necessarily just put more downward pressure. It's a pretty solid unit.
Traffic Skyline 2624 Golf, 2.5 mile midfield from the southeast. We're overflying for left traffic 7.
Yeah, a bit more tailwind would be nice. I still have a bit of some headwind right now. And question how many were in the group of flying there? I think that there were about 20, as far as I know, with the actual pilot club group. It looked to be about 20 that signed up for the event. Whether they all show up or not, I don't know. They all showed up.
Traffic Skyline 264 Golf overhead for left down entry to 7, full stop.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. I wasn't just talking to myself a minute ago. Good.
I mean, to be fair, just because we can hear you doesn't mean you were talking to yourself.
I was trying to get that dude, I was trying to talk to that dude who was open mic a minute ago that had a bunch of background noise, but he wasn't.
Sometimes I think Discord makes really kind of breaks my immersion.
Traffic Skyline 264 Golf, turn left at 7.
Have fun getting lower in time, everybody.
Alright, looks like we do have some terrain ahead that we're gonna have to climb. Absolutely. Alright.
Did anyone post a feedback link for
9,500 it is.
Traffic, RV7 crossing over the departure end of runway 7 for
What's
the
average?
downwind.
Not yet.
I've
But
got
we
some
did post all their names.
I've got some feedback.
For you or for them?
For them. I've never disconnected before because someone's being rude to me on the network, but that was the first.
Yeah, it's been a little flying. I'm ahead. really need to approach it.
Yeah, well, I can't, I didn't, they gave me maintain 8,000, I maintained 8,000, they switched me over. I switched over and started lowering. And I asked for a go around, and he was like, "Wow, you have field and fight. Sounds like it's a you problem." So I just disconnected. But it's Oakland. I expect nothing different. If you ever watch BW streams, he's a jerk. Runs the course. Anyway, I gotta go finish dinner. You have a good night.
All right, good night, Evan.
Good night.
Traffic RV7.
Hopefully I don't
downwind, runway 7.
Looks like we're crashing on the bridge. See ya.
B-Dubs is on.
No, I mean James. This is like the second time that we passed over each other.
Alright, let me get Oakland Center on standby.
RV left base, 07.
And I set up a hotkey to mute bring the Discord in and out.
Traffic Southwest 1 Papa is approaching the end of runway 7, departure end, and crossing over left downwind for 7.
Traffic, Diameter 899 Delta Sierra 2000, 4 miles to the north, coming in the downwind 33.
Alright, where are we at? 9,500's what we're going for. Oh, Duluth Fly, welcome buddy. BW Simulation's got Oakland Center covered, so I know he'll be on for quite a while. So even if we miss, even if Tower closes on us, he'll be able to get us in there. Hundred and 5 miles out. Looks like some traffic starting to pile in there.
Reserve Prime Mike Alpha, departing pattern to the south.
Mount Shasta.
Skyline 182, Victor, departing runway 24.
Mount Shasta has an elevation of 14,162 feet. We are not going over that.
traffic, Cessna 776, clear runway, taxiing to the fuel pump.
Call for use yourself, high southbound.
Come down and shut down, guys. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Don't know who later. Don't know who that was. Still
3077, crossing runway 24 midfield.
Alright, just off to our 11 o'clock here. Let me bring it over directly in front of us so you guys can see it. That is Mount Shasta. S-H-A-S-T-A.
Traffic, Skyhawk 64776, taxiing
Peak
to
is
runway
14,162.
Traffic, Sirius turning base, final for runway 24.
Traffic, Class Air 4 Mike Kilo, taxi from the North T hangars to the run-up block, runway 24.
Miles away, ground speed 175. Indicating 140.
Traffic, Mall 5 Kilo Tango, 2 mile final, 10 maybe.
Alright, ATIS 118.0. Let's get that on standby. 118.0, which is a different frequency than what I pulled off the floor flight. That's why I gotta check the list here. Ground, and we'll just write that down.
Traffic 044 is turning base for 10 base.
4 is turning final, 10 base.
Okay, 132.2 center. What's going on here?
Lake area traffic, Skylane 265 to Foxtrot is 4 to the southwest, transitioning northeastbound at 2500.
71 is failing. Alright. Where can I set this baby down at?
Island traffic, Otter 422 is over Lopez, coming up the beam of the airport, descending to 3004 Friday Harbor Water.
Oh, what do I got around here? Can we make it over there? Alright, let's grab our glide. Well, it's about the only thing I see is going to be down there. Looks like there's a something along the river. Yeah, but one way or the other, we're putting this bird down.
Entry right downwind for 34, departing the pattern to the south. Orchard.
Alright, we're gliding. Are we gliding? Okay. Alright, I saw what I thought looked like to be some sort of a grain field along the south side of this river here. Alright, are we able to just restart this bird? No. Okay. That's gonna have to be it. I don't know where else.
Hey, so random newbie question here. He's telling me to remain west.
Yeah, I don't got time for your random newbie questions right now. Alright. If I can maintain this glide, I'm gonna have to 180 it in. Alright. Okay. Okay. 5492. definitely don't want to lose coordination. I definitely don't want to get into some sort of accelerated stall. Am I too high? Am I gonna make it? I'm too high. Alright, let's lower. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right. We've crashed. We've exceeded the airframe G limit. Rep states avoid operating landing gear while turning or can get damage to gear doors. And do not land with the brakes on. I probably had the brakes on. Alright. Alright, let's reload this aircraft right here. We're going to reload this aircraft. I might have to do some repairs here on the ground. Rep package stated that I did not manage cylinder number 1 correctly. I can only think that maybe I was running a bit too high of a manifold pressure at that altitude. Unfortunately, due to my screen warping software, when those in-flight tips come up, I can't see them because, you know, it only shows on the top left, and when the screen is warped, I cannot see it. So I emailed sim coders and kind of explained the situation, and hopefully in one of the next updates there will be an option to relocate that tooltip for the rep package. We go into my maintenance report here. Let's fix cylinder number 1. Let's fix our propeller. Let's fix our vacuum pump. Let's fix our tires. let's go ahead and get things started back up here. Parking brake on. Battery on. Flaps are going up. Fuel, we're on the right tank. Beacon on. Alright, let's go ahead and reprime again. Full rich. Fuel pump. And the fuel pump off. Okay. Max to start clear. Brakes on. Alright. Avionics going back on, landing light back on. Let's get our strobes back on. Let's walk VFR. Mode Charlie. I apologize. I have to step out and go to the restroom. I will be back. Sparker says you broke a rep engine on takeoff 1 week after you got VR. That makes sense too, because I don't use VR, and I don't know if you can actually see those in-flight tips in the VR goggles. Either way, I will be right back with you. We will take back off one way or the other. We're gonna get to Reading, and we're gonna depart out of here. Alright, so sorry about that delay. Let's go ahead and get back going without delay. Alright, so mental note, I need to keep an eye on that manifold pressure. Alright, where we at here? Okay. Full rich, prop is high. And park brake off. Alright, let's turn around here, see what we got. Okay, we've got a valley there we can probably get out of. And yeah, alright, so we're gonna depart to the west, despite what the winds are. I'm more concerned about terrain. Okay, so that's good enough. In VR, you can see the information for the reality expansion pack. Alright, the flaps 10. Okay, looks like we're starting to go downhill that way. Spin around. I think we can do this. We're gonna do this. Let me go make sure that I reconnect. No, let me connect back to VATSIM. Okay. Unicom? Well, I'm just gonna make the call. Any traffic near Condor Mountain and Klamath River, Pilot Club 33 is going to be departing the ground south of the river to the west. I wouldn't know how else to make that call. Alright, okay. Parking brakes off. Flaps are 10. Full power. Here we go. Airspeed's coming alive. We're getting there. Just hit a pretty big bump. Alright, we got a bridge coming up. Let's fly that ground effect. Build that airspeed up. Hit those brakes. And let's get this gear up. Flaps up. Alright, so it looks like I can probably climb up along this river and get out of here.
Traffic Skyline 027, about 4 to the west, transitioning west.
Siskiyou weather. Wind 320 at 15, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 39, dew point 16. Altimeter 2989. Siskiyou weather. Wind 320 at 15, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 37, dew point 13. Altimeter 2989. Siskiyou weather. Wind 330 at 14, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 35, dew point 12.
Alright, here's some updated weather information. I was mostly curious about the altimeter at that point. Let's go ahead and retrim. The one thing I failed to recall during that little incident was the squawk code for engine failure 7600. I want to say it's 7600, 7600, but maybe not. out to bring some daylight back in. Yeah, I think we'll get over that mountain. If we go over it this way, just to the left. $7,700. Thank you, Duluthfly. I knew it was something in that. 76, 70. Okay, 7,700. All right, so we're pretty much about back where we were before we lost our engine. About 79 miles out of Reading. And where were we at? We were at 9,500, I think. Yeah, I think we were at 9,500 when that happened. Alright, 7,500, are we gonna be good here? Now, let's go ahead and hit that 9,500. Alright, let's switch back over to the left tank once we get up here in level flight. Alright, here we are. Captain Stan, welcome. He just flew into Oshkosh. Excellent. Man, I wish I could just get out there. I could not get out there this year. Got its campsite set up and went on an evening stroll for some dinner. Awesome. Most awesome. Ground speed right now is 186, indicating looks like about 155. So we're getting pushed a bit, it looks like. Okay, 63 miles away.
Discovery flight at Melbourne?
Alright, got traffic about 2,800 feet above. It's gonna be coming my way, shouldn't be a factor.
Focus on eastbound, minus 416, southbound.
Siskiyou weather. Wind light and variable, visible.
Let's get guarded on COM 2 there. visual on that traffic. That's alright.
Sorry, 647 to 10, maintain 8,000. So maintain 8,000, at least 2%. Flight 647, the Reading Airport is 11 o'clock, 20 miles, report the field in sight. Aware of the field, leads in listen. Flight 647, clear visual approach, runway 16. Clear visual 16, leads in person.
Oakland Center, November 8033 Foxtrot. Correction, Pilot Club 33.
Pilot Club 33, go ahead.
Good evening, type Centurion 210 Turbo, 9,500 feet, 50 miles north of Reading VOR, direct Reading, looking for a VFR flight following.
Pilot Club 33, Oakland Center, squawk 3210.
3210, Pilot Club 33.
Pilot Club 33, radar contacts about 5 miles southeast of Fort Jones, altitude indicates 9,600. And Pilot Club 33, rating altimeter 2968.
9068, Pilot Club 33.
Wait, 647, radar service terminated, contact a rating tower. Contact tower, B2470. Back 39 Victor, wind 140 at 10, runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, 43 miles away from Reading. You're 9,500 feet. Moving along at 175 along the ground, indicating 145. And I need to switch back over to the right tank. Fuel pump on.
Is that
contact over Chico Airport 3, correction 1,200. I'm maintaining 3,000. Chico altimeter 2974. I maintain 3,300 Victor.
Alright, we are 35 miles away from our destination. I'm going to go ahead and initiate a descent, start getting us down there. Alright, 8,500 feet. My field is only 500 feet. And from all the way up here, I do have the field in sight way over there across the lake. What was that? ATIS 118.0. Hey Stu, how's it going? Thanks for the raid, buddy. Hey Drippy, welcome aboard, appreciate that. Huh, the center must have hopped offline. And welcome Raiders. If you just came aboard, We are about 25 miles north of Reading, catching the very last tail end of an event. Ran into some difficulties earlier that put us on a delay. Well, then I guess we'll contact tower 119.8.
09.
American 161, frequency change approved today.
Frequency change approved, American 161, thank you.
Reading Tower, Pilot Club 33.
Pilot Club 33, Reading Tower.
Good evening, type Centurion 210 Turbo, about 22 miles north of the field, 7,500 to land with weather.
Pilot Club 33, make straight in runway 16.
Straight in runway 16, Pilot Club 33. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could monitor the stream on my big iPad that I have in front of here, in front of me. Yeah, my mobile device does just fine to monitor the chat. With the kids in here, I'd be hard pressed to keep a laptop on the passenger seat. Do I do any dead reckoning? The answer to that is yes. Alright, 19 miles out. Our field elevation's 500 feet. We are 6,500 feet. We need to lose about 6,000 feet. Where we at? 150, 40. That's good enough for 10 degrees of flaps.
Alpha 109er, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16, Pilot Club 109er.
Question, what's the instrument above the compass? That is an angle of attack gauge. Say Bendix King.
Pilot Club 109er, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved, good day, 109er.
Is this setup certified for flight training? Good question. The answer is not yet. That is... tower's just closed. Alright. That was the plan. That is the plan. I need to get the professional version of X-Plane, and there's a couple other things that I want to do before I submit my QAG into quality assurance to get it approved, because once I get it approved, then I can't change anything about the VATD without going through a reapproval process. Another set of virtual fly pedals for the right seat, and the first officer Yoko Plus for the right seat, and then X-Plane Professional, and then I will submit my QAG. I don't think I've seen that one in a smaller Cessna before, and you probably haven't. I installed that one when I was flying Arkansas. There were some turns in the Arkansas course where you really needed to watch your angle of attack. Well, we don't even have a tower online anymore, so it's just gonna be us. Then I can log flight hours in my pajamas. That is, well, I suppose I probably could. But locally, there's not one around here. There isn't a BATD anywhere close to me. So we're on our own land. We've got no ATC coverage currently, and I do not need to be playing solitaire. Let's get over to Unicom. Reading traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33 is 8 miles north, on the runway 16 approach to land. Reading. So we didn't get any ATC to bring us in. That's alright. It's still been a fun flight.
Reading traffic, Pilot Club 109er. I believe I have the other Reading traffic in sight to the north of me.
Okay. What are your intentions there? Alright, Pilot Club 109, what are your intentions there for Reading?
I'm continuing north.
Roger, I have you in sight, Pilot Club 33.
Onward. Currently passing 4,000.
Roger, I have you in sight, thank you, Pilot Club 33. Reading traffic, Pilot Club 33, now 5 mile final approach, runway 16, full stop, Reading. Lady 1507, welcome aboard. Thanks for the follow. Alright, where we at, Andy? Alright, gear down. Power up. Compensate for that excess drag there. No, the beep is for, I want to say, you're at minimum throttle. It seems like there's a certain throttle point where it just starts to beep at you. Rating traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33, 3 mile final approach 16, full stop ready. Alright, gumps and gas, undercarriage, our gear down, mixture is good, prop is full.
Reading traffic, number 664, Charlie Alpha is passing through 3,700, 10 mile final for rolling 16, Reading.
And that is probably correct. That seems like when it's happening is gear up and too low a throttle. We got some power lines right here. But we are high in the glide slope. But we want to be above these power lines. Cleared the power lines. Alright, gears down, flaps are good, airspeed's looking good. A little bit heavier bird than the 172 I've been flying for the past few days.
Reading traffic, November 644, Charlie Alpha, about 5 mile final for runway 16, Reading.
Rating traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33 is clear, runway 16 and taxiing to the ramp via Delta Lima, Reading. Huh. Holger, I'm not sure why your prediction didn't work. I don't know if something was going on with the sim toolkit currently or not. But it was definitely a harder landing than that. Okay, where are we at here? Do I even know where I'm going? We're just going across this. Yeah, Reading traffic, Centurion Pilot Club 33 is crossing runway 12 via Delta 3, Reading.
Reading traffic, November 4 Charlie Alpha is about short final for runway 16, Reading.
We can sneak over here and watch this guy come in. Alright, I see his lights. I'll try and get up there. Alright, we're just gonna turn right over here in the United States Forestry Service. Alright.
Betting traffic, remember full shot alpha, runway 16 at Bravo, taxiing to the ramp.
There we are. Parking brake on. Alright, after landing, flaps are up, and cowl flaps are open. Lights going off. Let's turn our radios off. G5 going down. Okay. Make sure to full lean. Mags to off and master off. Well, there we have it. Long flight today. Long flight. This would seem like it was a long flight. Astoria down to the Newport VOR to our emergency landing, which was down here, Condrey Mountain. And then to Reading. So yeah, it was fun. Like I said, we didn't have much for ATC coverage, but that's alright. You guys were plenty enough. Let me disconnect from the VATSIM network. Okay. And their mags have finally wound down. Unfortunately, that is all that I do have time for this evening. We'll be back up tomorrow, though. Gonna go for Cat 10 and Cat 11 rating on the Pilot Edge network. Sometime after I get home from work, so it'll probably be right around 2100 Zulu by the time I get started with that. So yeah, flying with Sky Blue Radio and the Pilot Club with our event this evening. Flying into Reading. Sparker, I appreciate you tagging along, and I apologize about our technical difficulties this morning. At our beginning of our flight here. But I appreciate you sticking around with me while we got that sorted out. So, yeah, I do appreciate everyone that tagged along. Playing is fun, but playing is more fun when it's more than one. If you are new here, please feel free to go ahead and follow. If you've come back to see me, as always, I greatly appreciate it. And Honker, I will certainly be streaming this weekend. Kids are at the other house, and girlfriend's working. So I've definitely got all day Saturday. I'll be doing some stuff. Probably gonna grab the float plane and go back to Alaska. It's been a while since I've been up in Alaska. Or we might go for an I rating on the Pilot Edge Network, depending on how we do tomorrow with our remaining cat ratings. So yeah, until then, you guys all take care and stay safe. I am going to send you guys over to some Caesar, who is always good for GA flying. And you guys have a good rest of your night.